Hey, peace and love, family. I want to come on here today talking about the mass incompetence of the USPS and not the post office because, believe it or not, they're different entities. The people on the insides will tell you they don't work for the post office, they work for the United States Postal Service. And I really don't like to speak ill on corporations, even though they seem to be the cause of a lot of confusion that goes on in this so called country. Um, but I work real close with the post office or USPS, I could say, because I send out a lot with them. Um, Most mores they do as well. They know, we send a lot of stuff certified return receipt, so you get your green card back and put people duly on notice, have witnesses, that whatever you sent out was received. But what I want to go in today is this map that I have here now. At the bottom, you can see Houston, and this is near where I domicile in the territory of Tejas Republica. So I'm pretty familiar. Now, if you go up, there's Longview off I-20, and I created my own little red dot there. That's Marshall, Texas, which is another little small town, not too far from the border of Louisiana, Shreveport, right there. I had that one highlighted also, and I'm putting that one up to basically show because I had some mail a while back. It was sometime last year, and I'm gonna bring it up in just a second to show everybody exactly what I'm talking about. But I sent it from Houston to Marshall, Texas. And it's about a 4 hour drive, I'll say, give or take. It could be a little bit less if you're gunning it. But it's a straight shot up 59. You got to do a little twist around once you get past Nacogdoches, but you get back right back on the same path, same freeway. Going to the same spot. And with a mail carrier taking something from Houston to Marshall, I can see them going through Shreveport. It's a major city compared to Marshall. Marshall's a little town. Um, It's famous for the great debaters. I want to say it was Wiley College that's out there in Marshall, but can't think of anything else. Anybody else outside of Texas might know Marshall for because it's a real small town. Everyone knows Houston and Dallas. San Antonio, maybe Austin or something. But those are all a little bit further. But what I really want to show is the path that this tracking took, and I'm gonna go to it real quick and show y'all. Um, yeah. It took off June 22nd. It was okay last summer. It was a full year ago. And from Houston, when it departed from here, it went to Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I didn't show that, but I'm gonna show that in just a second. How far Phoenix, Arizona is from Houston. It's a couple states over, and then you know they say Shreveport distribution center before they send it back out to Marshall. Now the Shreveport one, that doesn't bother me. That's not too far out of the way. But yeah, family. Oh, and I highlighted it just to show, it shows arrived, departed, and all that. All tracking does this. And oh, another thing is I still have this tracking number. You can pull it up till this day, and it will show that the package is out for delivery. That's very important that it because it doesn't show delivered even after a full year, and the package has definitely got there. I've called and confirmed. It made it within a few days of when it was saying right here it was undeliverable. Trust me, my daughter got a package. That wasn't an issue. But the issue is that these employees, one, they don't always scan these packages because I have people all the time, Morris, all the time tell me, that they stuff didn't track until it got out of Texas or it didn't track until it got into their actual city. So they were checking the whole time. And I mean, I've even had Moors that the tracking didn't show up as confirmed and delivered until after it was actually delivered to them. And it showed nothing in between and was never scanned. And that's significant because I can show them doing that right here with some of my mail. So it's not me. I take responsibility for any of my customers. Like, people know if the mail loses your stuff, I will still take care of you. But we're gonna look it up and make sure, something happened. If it says it confirmed and delivered, hey, we might have to talk something out, work something out with that. But that's never the case. I get a lot of stuff, even that comes back because of a free national name every once in a while. But that's not as sinister as what's going on as this here. Now, here, check this out. From Houston. Houston is southeast, is almost on the border of Texas. I mean, it's hour or so drive to Louisiana, and get there maybe 2 hours. You can be in Lake Charles in the main city, not just over the border, but actually in the city. But going in the opposite direction, I've been told, I can't say I've took the trip since I was a kid, but going to El Paso, I want to say it's like 8 to 10 hours. Just giving y'all a clue on how far this package went off course, going the route of the red line instead of the straight direct path to the blue. Now, I could understand, even the blue line splitting off, going to Shreveport and coming back. That's understandable. But for the package to leave from Houston to travel through New Mexico to Arizona and then come all the way back through these 3 states and jump to the next one to Shreveport and then come back to the destination, well, that's just ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when I saw this happen, but it was real live confirmation that there's something strange going on with the USPS. Now, if they drove that, they didn't take that red line, which is a lot more direct. I drew that. They would have took the yellow line going through San Antonio and El Paso. That's I-10. That's if they didn't throw it on the plane. But why? Why, people? It just is mind-boggling. And like I say, this is not something I did. This was what their website shows that they did. For what reason, I don't know. But I got some people that do get on me, like, I did something wrong when I mailed out the package. And if I do something wrong, people, don't get me wrong, I take responsibility. I've messed up packages. I've written wrong cities and states on packages. And if that happens, look, I understand. I take care of it. I got you. I've sent a package to Florida when it was supposed to go to Cali one time. I'm not gonna say I've never messed up on people's packages. But I do check, and I will say over 90%, I'll say over 95% of what I send out is correct the first time. So if something like this here happens, all this loop de loop, I had nothing to do with it, people. Like, there was nothing I could do to even really, remedy the situation if this was to happen to any of y'all. The only thing I could do is maybe refund your order or reorder your order. Like, once it's in the hands of these people, I understand they're supposed to do their job. But, at times things get messed up, and the post office is not perfect, and I really even hate that I had to point this out, but it gets to be so much sometimes when, people constantly blaming me for it, like I did it personally, and like I say, I fess up to any mistakes I've made, but y'all can read this clearly, and if anybody doubts this, hit me up. I'll give you the tracking number. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm open. Oop. Any more that ever talk to me, they know I'm very genuine. Anybody want to reach out to me, Walter Bay 7 more, the number 7 MOOR at gmail.com. Hit me up, people. I love y'all all. Peace to the family. Islam.